Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with day 8 of May I Scraplift You, a hop started by Crystal Barrett with pineapple papers. And today I am scraplifting my friend Moira O'Reilly, and her layout is full of fun and fabulousness as always. And here is the layout a little closer. And her Instagram is that M-O O'Reilly. And then her YouTube is Moira O'Reilly. And I love this layout. So she used the Jen Hadfield reaching out, and so I decided to do the exact same. I really just want to be like her. She is fantastic and creates some amazing layouts. And so these are the scraps I have from this collection, and then I just have a handful of papers. I do not have a single embellishment. So these are the two pictures I'm going to use. They're both 4x4s, and it is my son and my daughter, and they are packing snacks up for the homeless. And it just warms my heart. So like I said, I want to be just like Moira, so I decided to use the exact same collection and even some of the same papers and embellishments. Or not embellishments, but items. So I have these two pictures, and I'm going to see what I can do with the papers, and this awesome layout. So let's see how this goes. So the first thing I did was trim my pictures just a smidge, so that a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 squared paper would be enough to give me a little bit thicker of a border than if I had a 4x4. And then I decided I was going to go through these little cut aparts and see if I had any that I liked. And I liked a lot of them, so I wasn't sure. So I put any of them that I thought would work or apply over here to the left. And like I said, my kiddos are packing lunch bags for the homeless. My son was in, I believe, 4th grade, came home from school and asked me if we could go get food for the homeless. And I said yes. He insisted on spending his own money and bought Vienna sausages, crackers, snacks, water bottles, and the little flavorings to go in the water. He also bought chocolates and candy so that they could have candy. It was a very special experience for me. So this picture, I didn't have enough a paper to make a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, but I covered the majority and then just cut a little piece off of another scrap, and you cannot tell at all. Like, I am right here looking at it and know where it is, and I can't even see where it is overlapping. So I write down the date on the back of my picture. I do have that written down elsewhere, and I do have it in my photos dated. But if I have it right there already, no point in not going and writing it down. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be really good about that. I really want to use that big cut apart, and I think I'm going to have I am going to have a matching page to this layout for the day we actually went and handed things out. And maybe I will use that on that layout because I do really love that. So she has this gorgeous rainbow paper, not this one, the one I already showed you, and like a green polka dot. And I don't have that green polka dot, but I have this blue polka dot, and I thought, well, that's perfect. I'm still pretty much following exactly what she did. So I tear the paper down the side, and then she also has a little piece over on the bottom right corner. So I do the exact same thing. I mean, you all, I'm not kidding. For a little bit here, it is almost super identical. However, I do not have a single embellishment or sticker or anything like that that goes with this collection. All I had was paper. So everything that you see me embellish this page with is from the cut aparts. And other than that, I use sequins and some hearts. That is, I think, the only thing that's going on this layout. And I'm super excited with how it turned out. So I do change things up obviously a little bit because I have two pictures. She has a picture and then that square shaker pocket, and that is fine. But I have these two pictures and I like the way that I layer them because there's a lot of junk in the background and I'm trying to either trim some of it off or cover it. So I have just showing you that I've literally done exactly what she did. And I want to cover that top right corner of my daughter's picture because there's like a big old thing of Pop-Tarts right there. And it's close in the picture, so it looks like it's like right there in your face. And we were not putting Pop-Tarts in the bags. I think it was just something sitting on my table. So I get those down, and I did rough the edges up with my Tim Holtz Distresser. And then I decided to cut this hand out that says high five, and I stick it right there, but that is not where it ends up. I move it up a little bit more. And I kind of keep looking at these like, which one do I want? And I'm like, oh, I like this one. Oh, wait, this is perfect. Oh, I really like this one. So I started to go a little off Moira's and add all these different cut-aparts. Because it says like, you go girl, take care, we've got this, you rock, high five. And I just thought all of those really apply to this situation. So I just decided that I was going to use cut-aparts as a big part of my embellishments since I don't have any stickers or embellishments or ephemera for this collection. So I get that little high five up there on the top, and then I lightly fussy cut around the You Go Girl. I didn't really want that big bulky square and with all that extra pinky peach in it. And so I'm considering tucking this Love Is All You Need because I thought that was really fitting too, but I do set that aside. And then I distress all of the little 2x2s that I put down. So this one right here I'm tucking in is wood grain and it says You Rock. This one, after I distressed it, it's got like 3 hands, like, like you're piling up like you would right before a football game, and it says, we've got this. And then that other one that I end up putting pretty much where you see it now has a little hand with a heart in it, and it says, take care. And I felt like all of that was super fitting. This is right before Valentine's Day, or right after Valentine's Day. So we had Valentine's that we had bought, and so my daughter was sitting there, and she just started writing, you are loved, and things like that on the Valentines, and putting them in each of the bags. And then my son was packing the Vienna sausages. Oh, he bought fruit. I can see it in the picture now. He bought fruit, candy, Vienna sausages, crackers, chips. I mean, just with his own money. I was so proud of him. And he made about 20 bags. And we delivered them like the next day or 2 days later to downtown, to the homeless. And it was a really special experience. So I want to have a shaker pocket, but I don't have anything that has already got like a cutout. So I get out my Fisker's blade and I cut myself a little. I did not cut myself, that sounded bad. I cut my own little shaker pocket. So if you've never made your own shaker pocket, this is how I do it. There may be better ways. I get my outside frame, and I just use some double-sided tape and make sure to tape the entire outside of the frame. So you don't want to have a lot of space between the opening in the middle and where your tape is going, so that your whatever little bits of things you're putting in the middle are not going to fall out or hide behind the frame. So then I just use this piece of packaging from something that came out of one of my stickers, or one of the frames actually I used on a layout already. And I just use this clear packaging. I also have some acetate that my friend Barbara sent me, and I could have used that, but it was in my cabinet and I was being lazy. And since this packaging was right there and clear, it doesn't have any little weird designs or anything in it. Sometimes when you pull a sticker off of a sticker sheet, it leaves like a little indentation or something. And then I get this very thin double-sided foam tape, and I just got this off Amazon. It's an 1/8 of an inch wide, And I cut that perfectly, you all. I am like, oh, I'm like a rock star right now. I cut it exactly how long I needed it. So I just put that down on top of the acetate. So it's the frame, the acetate, and then the foam. And then it's got that rainbow paper that's on the back of some of that, the cut aparts. And I just cut the inside of that out. It was like a peace sign or something. And so I got that all cut out. And now I have this stash of sequins and florals and things. This came from Walmart. It was in a bag. Almost, I think everything in this little Lego container was in a baggie. And I think it was like $3 or less at Walmart. And so I just bought it and I thought, this will be fun to just put in pockets or different things. And so I kind of just picked through it and, of course, cut out a lot of that. Look at my little Lego. My son said, I'm done with this, Mom. Can you use it for your scrapbooking? So bless his heart, he loves his mama. So I just put the sequins I want to use in there. And I mostly use some silver and some green, a little bit of yellow, and a little bit of orange. Just some colors that are in the layout already. And then I pull the double-sided tape off of the foam. And after I get all 4 sides pulled up and make sure there's no sequins on top of the stick, I put that yellow, which I matted the picture of my son in. I put that yellow on there as a backing. So it's going to bring that yellow up to the top part of the right corner where I plan on putting this shaker pocket. And I just cut around right past the foam. That way look, I'm shaking it, making sure it'll all move. And then I just use my tape runner and I tape it down. Because it's a little bulkier, I tape it a little bit more. And I just tuck it underneath where it says "You Go Girl." So it's kind of going to give that a lift, and I'm okay with that. Okay, I was going to say, I thought I cut that out. There was like one that was stuck, and I was like trying to get it to move. So I pull out all my heart stickers and ephemera and puffies and things like that. And I find this one collection from Miss Grossman's, and it is just gold and pink and silver, and the silver and the pink match pretty darn perfect. So I just put a few of them down from that little cut apart that says "Take Care" down towards the little torn piece. And then I'm trying to figure out, there's something missing right there next to the torn piece up towards the little cut aparts. So I get that cut apart sheet out and I find this little house that says "We are all in this together." And I love that. And it's based in wood grain. So I just trim around the wood grain. So it brings the wood grain that is already in the U Rock cut apart over to the other side of the layout, which I love that. And it's got a little floral, which makes me happy too, because that ties in the floral on the rainbow side. So then in Moira's layout, she has these journaling lines, and I get out my jelly roll in white, and I make my own lines. I was really proud of how well they were spaced out. And I get started writing with this Creative Memories black ink. And after I start writing, I realize I don't have enough room to write that my son had come home from school and asked if we could help feed the homeless, and that my daughter helped pack the food up. Jameson bought it with his own money and wrote Valentine's and stuffed the food. And I wrote, "I seriously have the best kids ever." I had to make an extra line for that because, I do. I have the best kids ever. Then I realized that in her layout, she's got like a little piece of this paper, and I'm almost positive it's the same paper I'm using, tucked down here underneath her little cluster. So I just take a little piece of the scrap that was left over from putting it behind that shaker pocket. So now I have a little triangle effect of that mustardy yellow color. And I just get that Creative Memories black ink pen again and write the date right there that was on my little Post-it note that I made. And I still feel like something is missing. And then I remember she's got sequins up and down the torn paper on the left. So I don't do as many as she did. I just used some blue and silver and put a few up at the top, a few at the bottom, and a couple in between. And the other thing I've already done is fussy cut that little house and tucked it in right underneath the high five. And after I put that there, I realized it looks like she used the exact same thing, except it was like the sticker or ephemera that goes there. So, and I didn't even notice that. So then the other thing is, I felt like there was something missing between that take care and the house that says we are all in this together. So I got one of the cut aparts and I fussy cut this little floral arrangement out of it and just used my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive and tacked it down right there. And then I feel like I am done. And I really do love the way that this turned out. I have all the elements that Moira does and then some, and I used quite a few of the cut aparts, so I love that. I'm just showing you again her name on Instagram. And then I'm going to show you the close-ups. So I had such a good time with this layout. I just adore Moira and all her fabulousness. And I hope to scrap lift her again sometime. I would love for you all to go in the description box below and see all the other people who are playing with me. I Scraplift You, and including the infamous Moira. So I hope that you all will go down and check them out. And then I will be back again tomorrow with another May I Scraplift You and a Mix It Up Monday, which is super exciting. So I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you again soon. Happy scrapping!